Hi viewers, here is Susan again of Wisdom and Power for Life. Our topic today is you are the CEO of your life. You are the CEO of your life. That is to say, you are the general manager of your life on earth. Yes, you are. That is the good news. Have you ever tried to apply for a job as a CEO of a firm? Have you ever tried to manage the life of another person? And in the course of trying to manage to be the CEO in the life of another person, you encountered failure. Yes, there are some people who have tried to be CEOs of firms, but the role was so overwhelming, managing many people. Yeah, because a firm consists of so many people that have to be managed. These people have to be managed. Now the question is, where does this managerial role starts? Where do we start managing, and what do we start managing before we start managing other people, before we start going into managing firms? We are the manager of our own lives, which means this managerial role, this CEO role, starts with our individual lives. Life is like a football field. Like you've created your own football field and you are deciding what player to put in your team, where to position the individual player. See your life as a football field. And you have to position different players. And you have to actually choose these players, because these players will influence the results of your match. That is, these players will influence your life in a sense. And who are these players? Our lives are full of emotions. Yeah, these players in relation to your emotions, to my emotions. Yeah, we decide what role to give to these different players. We define what names to give to these different players. So we also decide in our life what we are letting in and what we are letting out. Yeah, if we find anything wrong in our lives, then we have chosen the wrong player. This player can be named in various ways, considering the different kinds of emotions that exist within the life of a human. One of them could be worry. The other could be named anger. The other could be named fear, anxiety. The other could be named jealousy. The other could be named gossip and backbiting. Yes, you name them. So, I have come to tell us today that we are the maker of the contents of our lives. We have to fill our lives with content. And what content we choose is all left to us. Yes. We can choose to make our life beautiful and quiet, or we experience chaos depending on the players we have put in the field. And these different players affect our life in various ways. A football field is a place where there can be total chaos, and at the same time, it's a place where there can be joy. Yeah. So we choose what we want to experience in our football field. We choose the kind of players we would want to have in the football field in our lives. I say the football field is a metaphor of our lives. Yeah, in a football field, the arena can be joyous. The arena can also be sad. Yeah. So what do we make of our football field, of our lives? What do we make of it? It's all left in our hands to see ourselves as the CEO, the general manager, the content filler. We fill our life with content. Yeah, it's true. We were born in a given family, in a given culture, in a given tradition. But as we grow, maturing, with the ability to make choices and having a free will, we decide what to keep in our lives, and we also decide what to take out of our lives. We decide what kind of experience, what kind of feeling, what kind of lifestyle we will want to have. You are the CEO of your life. I am the CEO of my life. If we experience our life like in a shackle, then we have put the wrong players. Then we have given trophies to the wrong players. Yes, we have given trophies. We have over-exalted certain players in our football field and given them power over our lives. The very power that has been given to us by nature to operate and to be able to manage our lives, we have handed it over to other players, and we have made them have the say in our lives. That is why at one time we might experience our life in total chaos. Yeah, in total shackles. Why? We have made the wrong choices. We have placed the wrong things in our life. We have chosen the wrong players. Emotion is part of man. Yeah, emotions are good. But negative emotions like over anger, over anxiety, yeah, are wrong emotions, are wrong ways of dealing with the emotions. These players are like emotions, the emotional part of us that we have names, given names. And we choose what kind of emotions and to what degree we are to exercise that emotion. Over anger, we know destroys our life. It takes away beautiful people out of our lives. It takes good things away from our lives. Yeah, no one wants to live with a person who is always over-angered. No one wants to live with a person who is too emotional and full of anxiety. These are negative emotions, a negative player we have chosen to rule our lives. The football field is made of rules, and we are the maker of this rule. When we give the rule over to these players, of course they rule our lives. I have come to tell us today that we should take the power, our powers that we have given to these different emotions back, so that we experience another lifestyle, so that we can produce positive emotions that invite right people in our lives. The right people, because people who have been able to have their emotions under control are experiencing a certain level of joy and happiness and quietness and rest, and they are looking for people who are doing likewise. And those who haven't been able to control their emotions, they attract the same people in their lives, and their life ends up in shackles. We are the CEOs of our lives. You are the CEO, the general manager. I am the general manager of my life. You make the contents of your life, I make the contents of my life. You make the choices in your life, I make the choices in my life. The problems we experience today, we created the problems by giving power to the wrong players. Yeah, we have given over our power. We have to take this power back. We have to take our lives back, the CEO role, and take back the managerial role, and remake the contents of our life, beautify the contents of our lives, take over control, take over the power, take over the rule of your life and my life. If we go out and date a wrong person, which means the state in which we were before we met that person, it was not a state that could attract the right person. Yeah, because we send out emotions. Emotions are like energy that attracts people of the same kind. Yes, emotions are energies that attract people of the same kind. It simply means we were not in a state where we could actually soundly make sound choices. We were not sound. We were not in a state of quietness. We were not in a state of rest. We were not in a state of peace. Our lives at that moment, our state was in chaos, in shackles. And so we attracted the people of the same kind. People who were also in the same state. Our energies attracted them. Even the friends around us, the people we associate with, are people we have attracted in our life, depending upon the energies we were releasing. You are the manager of your life. I am the manager of my life. I am the manager of my life. Yes. Let's take back control. Let's put the right players. Let's take away the trophies we have given to these players to rule over us, to take control over us. Let's take back control. Life is what you make it. Life is what you experience. The total sum of your experiences is your life. Let's re-examine our lives. Let's do a total check. Let's try to analyze our life. Let's try to reflect and see the mistakes we have made and see the wrong players we have over empowered. We have given the trophies, the wrong players who are ruling our lives. Let's take control back. Let's give these players names. As we give them name, if it is over anger, you take him and put him out of your feet. As you name them, so shall it be in your life. Re-examine, reanalyze and reflect. Remove players that don't belong in your feet. Remove them and put them aside. And put the right player by naming them. And by seeing them acting in your life. And by so doing, you have taken back control. You are in charge again. Exercise your CEO powers, your managerial power in your life. Give it to nobody and let no emotion have power over you. Thank you.